Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to look at combining inequalities with like phrases and word problems. Like if I give you a word problem, can you show me the inequality for that? And if I show you the inequality, can you show me the graph for that? And I found a video online. Her name is Mrs. Frizzle. She gets all the credit for this. She's done it. I have not. She's got some really good graphics on the computer that I don't know how to do. And I just think they're better than me writing them out. So that's what I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to kind of cut and place it together. I've already done this once today and I've lost it. So I'm a little frustrated, but I'm going to get it together. Hers are really good. Take notes, copy some of them down. It's real important that we know how to match those phrases with the graphs and how we know that what inequality goes with what kind of language. So that's what she's going to show you here in just a second. Okay, so just stay tuned. Let me get it.
Hi, this is Mrs. Freifeld, and today I'm going to talk to you about inequalities on a number line. So far, we've been talking about equalities. X equals 2, and the dot would go there on the number line. Now I want to talk to you about inequalities. And you already know two of these symbols. You know the less than sign, meaning 0 is less than 5. You know the greater than sign, 5 is greater than 0. But I'm going to introduce today the less than or equal to sign and the greater than or equal to sign. And we're going to graph this on a number line. If I said x is less than 2, this is the symbol that I would use to show that. It would be an empty circle on 2 because x can't be 2 that says x is less than 2. X can be 1, x can be 0, x can be negative 1. It can go on and on and on, but it's less than 2. If I said x is greater than 2, well, I would use this sign. Notice the circle or the starting point is empty because it doesn't include that. If I say x is greater than 2, it can be 3, 4, 5, 6, but it can't be 2. If I say y is less than or equal to, this is a combination of signs, less than or equal to 2, then I would use this symbol, where the circle or the starting point is filled in. Y can be 2 or 1 or 0 or negative 1 and on that direction. And the symbol that I would use for y is greater than or equal to 2 would be this one. So the circle, the starting point, would be filled in because it can include 2 as well. This line underneath the greater than sign means or equal. It's greater than or equal. I don't know what it is, but I know that y is greater than or equal to 2. Let's try that again. M is greater than or equal to negative 3. So the dot would go on negative 3 and it would be filled in. And m is greater than or equal to negative 3. It could be negative 3 or any number to the right of it. R is greater than negative 5. Well, I would have to use the symbol with the empty circle, which would go on negative 5. It's bigger than negative 5, but it can't include negative 5. S is less than or equal to negative 1. So I need the one of these circles that are filled in, and this is the one that I would use. S is less than or equal to negative 1. I want you to notice that the direction that the greater than or less than sign is pointing is the direction it goes on the number line. And P is less than 0. It doesn't include 0, so I need an empty one. I'm going to put it starting point on 0, and it goes to the left. Notice that the arrow points the same direction as the inequality sign. Now we're going to match a sentence with the correct graph. Let's look at the purple one first. The most number of books a student read was 7. Okay, so someone could have read 7, but they could have read less as well. The most number of books a student read was 7. You start at 7, you fill it in because it could include 7, and it has all the number choices that are smaller. Let's go to the red one. Mary spent more than $7 at the mall. Well, I'm going to choose this graph, and I see that it starts at 7, but this dot is empty because Mary didn't spend $7. She spent more than $7 at the mall. Let's go to the blue one. The boys ran 7 miles or more. This is the graph that goes with it. It starts at 7 and it's filled in because some boys ran 7, other boys ran further than 7. And the last one, the teacher lived less than 7 miles from school. The starting point on the graph is 7, but it's not filled in because the teacher lived less than 7 miles, not 7 miles. Let's try that one more time. Go to the purple one. Mary earned more than $7 babysitting. Okay, she didn't earn $7, she earned more. So this is the correct graph. It starts at 7, but it's empty there, and it goes to the right, larger and larger. She could have earned 8, she could have earned 10, she could have earned 15. She earned more than $7. Let's go to the pink one. The most spent on a present was $7. This is the correct graph for that problem. So $7 was spent, but there were several presents that were less than $7. The most spent on the present was 7. Let's go to the green one. It rained less than 7 inches last night. This is the correct graph for that. It starts at 7, but it's not filled in because it specifically said it rained less than 7 inches. It doesn't include the 7. And the last one, she paid $7 or more on gifts. This would be the correct graph. It starts at 7 and it's filled in because she could have spent $7 or more for gifts. You did a great job.
Okay, so the beginning of that was kind of a review of what I'd shown you, just the graphing the x is greater than 2, the x is greater than or equal to 2. That was a review. It was the back part of it that I really wanted you to pay attention to, the phrases and which phrases go with which inequality and which graph. Those are the ones I hope if you did not back it up, and I would like for you to at least write down like at least 3 of them. It's real important that you can match those inequality graphs to the phrases. And that's what I really wanted you to get out of that. And like I said, this is what I found online. This is not me doing. Her name is Mrs. Frizzle. All the credit goes to her. I'm just borrowing her production. And she just had better graphics. I can't do number lines and stuff like that, guys. So I don't take credit for that. I'm borrowing from her.